So, hello everyone and welcome back to some more Dragon Age Origins here with Kide and Ruska. So, like I was talking before that we would be going and helping this guy this time around. So let's just have a look what exactly we wrote into our quest journal before about this. It was this soldier speak, I'd say. So, agree to help Levi Triden explore soldier speak. Levi Triden told you about the lost Grey Warden's base of Soldier Speak. No one has been there and returned for over 100 years. Levi has found a path through the maze of subterranean tunnels to the peak, but he needs your help. And he had indeed tried to ask the Grey Warders to help. Drunken was supposed to, but then happened to blight and everything. So Grey Wardens already kind of agreed to help him. So let's just go and help him out, if I can talk.
You considered my offer? Soldier's Peak has been abandoned too long, if you ask me.
Sure, your family's fate will be rewarded. I will help you. Or actually, let's go to Soldier Speak. That's fine.
1,000 blessings upon you, Warden. I'll mark down the location on your map. When you arrive, we'll pick our way through the tunnels together.
Through the tunnels? Don't know if I love that. But okay, the history of Tridents, Sophie Triden. Okay. What about the history of Tridents? This is now this one, but would it be in here? Yeah, history of the Tridents. I guess I can read it quickly through, even though it's kind of long. The history of the Tridents. In the years following the siege of Soldier Speak, all those who carried the Trident name were hunted by King Arlan's forces. Our noble Trident name was smeared, and all lands and holdings belonged to the Tridents were seized by the crown. The king feared that the rebellion started by Sophia would be kept alive by her loyal friends and family, and anyone with connections to the Tridents suffered greatly. It is a little wonder, then, that the few remaining Tridents found themselves with no allies and nowhere to turn. Taupen Trident, Sophia's brother and guardian of her young son, had no choice but to flee for Ferelden. Taupen bought passage to Antiva on a merchant vessel and travelled under the name Deroker. Once in Antiva, Taupen set about building a new, quiet life for himself and his nephew. He started a small business and eventually made a name for himself as a trader. The Deroker merchant family prospered and the name Trident was almost forgotten. However, in 815, Blessed Sylvia de Roker uncovered old documents belonging to Taupen and pieced together the family's history. In her pride and perhaps in her naivety, Sylvia reclaimed the name Trident and returned to Ferelden. King Arlan lies dead, and the Trident name lives on. Our family has survived, even thrived, since the death of Sophia Triden. The nobles of Ferelden may still spit on the Trident name, but we Tridents know that Sophia Triden was greater than them, almost a queen, and a hero of the people of Ferelden, from the personal files of Levi Triden, a merchant. And then Sophie Triden. Sophie Triden is a Ferelden's light and her most brilliant jewel. Nothing on this earth can ever quench her fire. Arlessa Sophia Triden was the young Arlan's rival for the throne of Ferelden. Triden was a strong and charismatic leader with much support from the Panorn. When Arlan finally won the crown, Triden refused to relent. She pushed her claim, was caught and accused of treason even. Her sympathizers continued to support her. Why can't I read? Or talk. To support her, however, in order to appease them. Trident was spared execution and forced to join the Grey Wardens instead. Sophie was also then in the Grey Wardens. That's, I guess, the reason why the Grey Wardens got that soldier speak. And now would be going and returning it to the Trident family. Trident survived the joining and dazzled the Grey Wardens at Soldier Speak with her leadership skills and charm. She eventually rose through the ranks to become the Warden Commander of Ferelden. Before Commander Trident, the Grey Wardens were seen as a relic of an older time and an unnecessary drain on the nobles' coffers. Trident, though, with her political connections, reinvigorated the Wardens and rapidly increased their numbers. In the meantime, King Arlan proved himself a devious king, willing to go to brutal lengths to silence his opponents. Arlan's reign of terror grew worse with each passing year, and some of the bands approached Commander Trident in desperation, begging her to intercede. She agreed, and thus was the rebellion against King Arlan born. Arland learned of the rebellion and took steps to end it. He publicly suspended all tied-in to the Grey Wardens and declared that they were no longer welcome in Ferelden. Some of the Wardens, mindful that they were supposed to remain politically neutral, felt disgraced by the Trident involvement in Ferelden politics and left her side even as the King's forces lay siege to Soldiers' Peak. The siege took months and ended with the death of Sophie Triden from the personal files of Levi Triden, the merchant. So okay, so that's the history regarding that. And indeed, Maze of Tunnels. Yeah, he wishes to uncover the proof that his ancestor Sophia Triden was the hero his family always thought she was. So, let's head out then. First safe. Yes, gather your party and venture forth. Like you usually do.
Indeed.
Yeah, seems the safest to still have all of you here. That's of course that place. Oh, it's here. Soldiers' Peak, atop a maze of abandoned mining tunnels, lies the old grey water base of Soldiers' Peak. Let's head there then. All the way up there.
And here we are. Soldiers' Peak. Make us breath. Look at the size of her. What a fortress. I told you the map would get us through the tunnels.
Yeah, apparently so. She's impressive, that's for certain.
It's just teeming with history. Can't you feel it? So, I'll follow you about, from a distance. This place has the stench of death. I expect there's trouble up ahead.
Most likely, yes.
Soldiers' Peak. Looks like it's seen better days. Better centuries, more like.
Once the Wardens flourished, their ranks full, their caliber certain. Now they even accept people like you, Alistair.
Hey!
Hey. Kind of just feels weird actually Morrigan's outfit in this sort of coldness anyways. That really doesn't feel like that would be very comfortable. But hey, sure, whatever. She can wear whatever she wants.
There's more up ahead.
Sure. Obviously. We haven't even started yet, so how would there not be more up ahead? Wouldn't really make sense if there wasn't. Can't go there. I thought as much, but hey, wanted to be on the sure side nonetheless. So, what's gonna happen in here? Don't get you killed.
Fall back! Fall back already!
Taking the peak will not be easy, my lord.
I gave the Wardens one chance to die with honor. Instead, they hole up like cowards. We follow the King's advice, then. Starve them out.
But the peak has months of supplies.
Then we wait. When they are too weak to lift their weapons, we will send them to their final judgment.
What was that? Felt a bit woozy there. I'm not mad, am I? You saw it too?
Yeah, it seemed like we saw history. It was like a waking dream, certainly. Almost like the Fate before.
How's that possible? This place truly is haunted.
The whale is in here, maybe. I don't know if I would want to say either one of those, just because it's not like I know much about this stuff. If I did, I'd say those, but yeah, let's just move on.
Yes, Warden.
I don't know about that stuff. If I was a mage, then the other sort of option to say would make a lot more sense. But I'm no such thing. That looks interesting, like that dragons holding that light pretty much. Even if I can't go there. There is a path into this direction though. Just unsure where to go first. Let's go into here. Is there still like shouldn't these be centuries old corpses? Kind of weird that they're still here though. In my opinion. There's a statue here. Is it Codex? Yeah. New quest, Ancient History. And a Codex, the history of Soldiers' Peak. Chapter 1. Fine enough, more history. The Grey Warden base at Soldier's Peak was built in the middle of a Glory Age several decades after the Second Blight was ended. Before then, Grey Wardens in Ferelden would take up residence in castles and forts that belonged to generous nobles. Warden Commander Gasper Osturian desired a fortified headquarters where his forces could train and live. He planned that Soldier's Peak would be a city unto itself. The defeat of the Darkspawn and the archdemon Zasigel was fresh in the minds of the Ferelden people, and many were willing to donate gold to build Commander Asturian's fortress. Soldier's Peak was fully completed within 10 years and dedicated to the Maker in 934 glory. From the History of the Grey Wardens in Ferelden by Brother Jenny TV Chantry Scholar. Like, we know this name. Brother Jenny TV was also the one who was looking for the Andraste's ashes. So that's interesting. Ancient history. Learn more about the history of Soldier's Peak. You've uncovered some of the history of the base of the Soldier's Peak. There may be more to learn, and perhaps you should seek it out. Just like, perhaps, maybe, mayhaps. Oh, there's the lone soldier statue boy in here. Kind of weird place for it, I think. But here it is. Well, wasn't much in that direction other than more stuff to read. Is there anything behind? No, those guys didn't get up. Arlan skeletons. Perfect. Seems absolutely fantastic. Can I please zoom out more? It's sometimes like, in this sort of places where there's a courtyard, it's sometimes difficult to find a place where you can properly zoom out. At least it's been for me.
Going.
Let's have at it!
Lots of them. Fine enough. Do some vulnerability hacks.
Here I am.
You should taunt them if you've already taunted. It's kind of annoying because I was planning that I could be taunting them afterwards, but that's not exactly going to be possible now, is it? That kind of sucks.
That's finished.
Like wondering, how would I want to do this? This way I do hit most of them. Like trying to look if I hit Alistair. I only hit Alistair at that point, and that's like one only skeleton that we wouldn't be hitting, so not really even worth it. Winter Scraps of course shouldn't be that powerful, but still. Easy enough.
Your time to die.
Don't cover there. You're fine. You're fine, man. It's just some skeletons. Oh, now suddenly someone woke up in here. I was looking for you guys waking up way earlier, but no, you guys wanted to wake up only now. It's kind of weird. Go into here. You will be heading more into here. Sure, taunt them. And then you can also rush into here. Yeah, we will be going there, yes, but when I just get into this side so that I could see maybe better into here. Yeah, you could actually do this against it, because why not? And yeah, just come into here too.
A bit more dying, please.
Why did you run into here? That's just the silly stuff, man. Why would you decide to do that? Silly, silly. Easy peasy.
Let's do this quickly, shall we?
We could do some more stuff from Win too, of course. What the heck are you doing, man? Just because I selected Win, now you're charging there like that? You're crazy, man. This huge speed, like just rushing through into there. Ah, silly, silly man. Very silly man. Okay, nothing more in here though. Well, other than apparently a lot more stuff in here than a cane. Fine. Go, bash.
Where do I go?
Yeah, you can't taunt exactly, sadly. So, wish you could. Maybe you could give this to Alistair so he could actually taunt maybe at some point then.
Here I am.
You are still going into this direction first and foremost.
Alright.
Dirty fighting, so you can finish this guy off quicker. You're Morton Master Scout, eh? Well, sorry to say, you still ain't going to be good enough by any means. I wonder why Alistair even chose to come in here, considering there's still this Arlan skeleton here too, but apparently for some reason or another.
You wanna die?
And that guy died. It was a long battle because like one place and then another and then more coming up. Lots of them getting up though. Antique Wharton crossbow.
Too bad for you.
Too bad for you, you stupid little skeletons, yes. I'm sure they're very disheartened by such comments. These skeletons that have been dead for ages. I'm certain, extremely horrified that we would be calling them sus. Weird dust. Clouds. So many areas here that like doors, but we cannot enter them. A big gate where we cannot go, so I guess the only way we can go is up towards the main areas. And there's a door we can enter. But yeah, it doesn't seem like there's anything else in here outside. Kind of sad. We already have to go inside to the keep. Sure, we can head into the keep and see what we will find. Yes, colored people. Folks with colored names. I guess this very specifically says colored
The
names,
men's
but...
morale is low. My spells are of no use in this matter, Commander.
There is more to leading men than sorcery, Avernus. I will remind them that they're wardens. Men, I won't lie to you. The situation is grim. Our forces outnumbered, our bellies empty, and our hearts are sagging. But we
Sagging?
are wardens! Darkspawn flee when they hear our horns. Archdemons die when they taste our blades. So are we to bend knee to a mere human despot? No! I, for one, will never give up! I, for one, will never surrender just to dance on Arlen's gallows. So I propose here and now, in these hallowed halls where generations of our brethren stood vigil against darkspawn and evil, that we send a message to that fat bastard. In this sacred place, proud men, strong men stood defiant, and would rather die than submit to tyranny.
So brave, even when starving, and my great-great-grandmother stood with them.
Yes, looks like it. I can't believe the king attacked the Grey Wardens. It's almost like it is now, though.
Everyone knows they were banished, but to murder them like that... King Arlen must have been a monster, but I've gabbed enough. Lead on, my friend.
But yeah, what I was almost trying to make a joke, bad joke at that, I gotta say, but I make sometimes bad jokes, I guess. But yeah, I was like, that colored people are dangerous, but yeah, it said basically colored names, but I guess that's just a bad way of putting it in the current climate and everything, and for some reason that came into my mind, but I was just feeling bad about have getting that sort of a sentence into my mind. But on the other hand, it says colored names are more dangerous, so specifically names. Gotta remember names. Statement of Defiance. This poster reads, on these grounds, virtuous men stood against tyrant. They stood defiant and stood for freedom, and they died. It is signed by the Grey Warden defenders who were besieged by King Arlen's forces. Read the names of the fallen. Captain Mello, the Black Ferret. Share Trower Lopez. Sir Derek of Orlais. And Jason de Lombo. It doesn't at least have yet the name of the Sarah. Or was it Sarah? Nonetheless, the grandmother of his. Alan the Crippler. Cartographer Martyr, David the Silent, Dustin the Colorblind. There's a lot of names, so a lot of weird names. Ebinger of the Bovine Patron. What will I be called in the future, I wonder? Farrell the Feral, Sir Graham the Untiring, and Jason's sons less Argonauts. Argonauts? A lot of weird names. Langley the Nefarious, Lucky Lacuna, Mad Dog Smeadows, Matthias the Bloody, McQuirk the Vile Priest, Melissa the Magical Malefactor. What a name. The Stretched, and Backrat Dirksen. Sergeant Red Morrison, Santos the Silent Scimitar, Vitriolic Eric, Weak Eye Santos, and Well-Burned Exhaustive Fire. That's a lot of names, a lot of weird names. Lots of weird names, gotta say. That's quite names. Quite names they are. I'm so surprised that there's more monsters about. Miasma? Arcane horror? I don't like arcane horrors. Give it this. See if that will work at all. Did work. Give this one for Alistair. Could I get behind here? Could you also heal Alistair already? Do one of these against this guy, because why wouldn't you? Easy peasy. Little arcane horrors. Some health bottles, a note of some sort. A letter from Ban Matthew in Fulf to Sophia. Arl Ruan and his entire family have been slaughtered, even the children. The Ruan line is no more than the Arling belonged to the crown. For now, Arland believed Ruan was plotting against him. Ruan criticized the king's spending on Winterstand, and that is all. It was an idle word spoken out of turn. The king goes too far. His brain is filled with madness, and he clings to the crown like a drowning man clutches at the straw. Sophia, I beg of you to help us. If nothing is done, more will suffer. Your humble servant, Wolf. Yeah, I guess I would agree with Sophia's decision to go and help, to be honest. Shame that not all Grey Warders then stood against her, the tyrant, but on the other hand, would it be possible that if all the Grey Wardens have tried to stood against him, they would have all died? That's interesting looking painting. Wonder who that is of the Grey Wardens, I presume. This actually seems to be the right way to go when this room isn't, so let's go to the barracks first, shall we? What was someone saying? What are these? Is that what you were trying to say? Commander Artlar. That's the commander who also apparently died here in the end, like the guy that we saw outside, wasn't it? Not certain if it was the case, but I kind of feel that it would have been.
As you wish.
you guys also get out into here now then. I just didn't want to get into a situation where like I would go and start to attack too early with myself, so to speak. Regeneration.
How about you then? Nothing to wipe them out. Are you joking?
Are you joking? Surely you're joking. You just hover in there.
Yes.
When this guy's died just that easy, it's like, why should I be even bothering to do anything otherwise special moves anymore when they're already dying? I do hope that I can open all the chests in here. That would so suck if in here I wouldn't get some chests, but as such I guess we are relatively close to a level up if need be. What about this note? A plea from Commander Artlar. Oh, was this Commander Artlar who? Let's see. A plea from Commander Atlar. Soldiers Peak is more than we bargained for. There is sinister magic at work here. The men are seeing things and cannot tell nightmares from reality. The fallen return to life to attack again and again. And we are assaulted by dark creatures, the likes of which I have never seen. Whoever is responsible is intent on destroying us all. The King's army and the Grey Wardens both send help. We cannot last much longer. But yeah, Commander Atlar was clearly then the King's servant, the one that we saw outside, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, apparently some dark forces indeed, like this skeletons came about for some reason or another. Not certain why, but for some reason. Wow, no battle. Surprise. Big surprise. No battles everywhere. So this is just like the kitchen or something? Mess hall. Kind of a small mess hall with some bones. Old bones. Just looking at the different items here. Just a little bit. Nice paintings on the walls. Not exactly sure what that place is. Is it like a circle tower? Maybe, and like a boat traveling from the docks into Circle Tower? Was it already in existence then? Mayhaps so. Why doesn't that door open? Why can it only be this one? But what about that painting then? Unsure. Surely that's not a circle tower. Surely not. More demons of dark descent.
So be it.
Taunt this couple at least.
Saving the day.
You can do this. There's noble.
I
Not enough.
Sure.
If you insist.
You can do this again. That's already dead, and everything goes pretty easily with this group, specifically at the moment. More demons, apparently. Well, then you just gotta die. That's all.
see. Strike. Quickly.
Yes.
Tis too easy.
Yeah, it was too easy. Oregon, definitely too easy.
Yes.
I do agree on that one. So another archivist book. It almost looks like we can have a dialogue with it. Strange. This book is badly burned. You can make a word out here and there, and that is all.
The door won't hold, Archivist.
Almost done. The truth must be told.
What does it matter? We're dead.
Our grand rebellion so close. And to die here, a stillbirth.
We never should have done it. Wardens aren't supposed to oppose kings and princes.
Should we stand idly by while...
Another one. Rebellion? What's this about a rebellion? If only the book weren't burned.
Maybe there are other records.
We can only hope.
Well... But, like, I thought that it was kind of clear that it would be a rebellion. But I guess maybe it isn't for everyone yet of us to know, even though I read the codexes. Maybe that's why I already know that there was the full rebellion stuff, but the king was a tyrant and was requested help and stuff. But not everyone reads at the same time. No more history. The History of Soldiers Peak, Chapter 2. As he approached his 60th year, rumors swirled that the corruption in Warden Commander Asturian's plot was beginning to take its toll. According to reports from that time, the commander experienced terrifying waking dreams and heard his name whispered from the dark corners of Soldiers Peak. That's what happens to all Great Wardens at some point, yes. It is said that Asturian would spend hours locked up alone in the Great Hall of the base, but I guess Asturian was one of the Grey Wardens then, seems like it. Muttering to himself, though no one was ever able to make out what he was saying. Many also believed that Asturian began in secret to draw up plans to expand his fortress, adding to it hidden passages and alcoves, all to protect himself from the shadows that pursued him. No one knows whether Asturian was able to complete his project, for his deterioration had become obvious to anyone who spent any amount of time with him. He was quickly replaced by Warden Commander Frida Holwick. Asturian was taken to Orzammar, where he submitted to the calling, the last rite of the Grey Wardens, and went to his death with honor. From the History of the Grey Wardens in Ferelden by Pranagen TV, Chantry Scholar. So yeah, he went there in the Orzammar too, according to this at the very least. I just thought that Asturian was the same name that I saw there with that one body, but maybe it was not. It was definitely a similar name, so that's why it's confusing. If there's another piece of the puzzle, there must be more to this. More. Shall we find more is the question, I guess. Upstairs then. Second floor. And shooting range weapon past their optimum range. It's difficult to know the exact optimum range though. That's the main issue, I'd say. How do you know the optimal range? There's definitely some weird stuff going around in there. Like very glowy purple stuff. Not exactly sure what that painting is other than there's someone attacking someone else. That's almost like the Battle of Ostagar, I guess. Like if we would be imagining that in that killing shot there would be our warden friend Duncan and then more attacking from there. Somehow it reminds me of it, even though I'm sure it's not that. Because, well, this is old place. How would someone have made a painting out of it? But if we are realistically talking, not sure where that is. I don't know why I started to look into this. I guess one of those paintings could be from here too, from this location, but I'm unsure. This still looks quite suspicious. Quite suspicious.
Make them pay for every inch, men! Hold the flank! Avernus, we need you!
Nelatep Obrasuth Sifan Net Bekon.
Andraste's blood! What?
More Avernus! Whatever it takes!
Keli A Benfotos Fictos.
Press them! Press them now!
No! I command you, fight the king's men!
Fool! So much death, suffering, and oh yes, blood. The veil is torn now. Your soul is mine, Avernus.
Acolytes, retreat now. The battle is lost.
Avernus!
What just happened? Oh no, more fighting.
Yeah, so I was indeed thinking that why would you be summoning demons anyways, but apparently they were making bad choices there. Now this is a good question, what exactly I need to do in here. I would imagine that this would be bad stuff, that we should kill those first and then concentrate on the rage demon. It feels like it's probably going to be invulnerable, but what do I know? Can't really say I would know at all if that's actually the case. But we'll see, I guess. You go against him first and foremost. I go stealth, if I could, of course. I can't quite do such a thing, of course. Try to petrify one of those.
Yes.
You try to go and do this. You actually do taunt. Then go there. We did the damage to that guy too. That's nice enough. Could you also launch that?
Yes.
Like, not sure what these guys are trying to summon or something, because I don't like the look of that. So I'll just prefer to at least stop this from doing whatever they were planning to do. It looked bad. Though, to some degree, I would be very interested to know what exactly would have happened. Ah, more of them. Alrighty then, now that's a different matter entirely. Give this to Alistair mayhap. Help kill this thing. Do this. Rage Demon is full health again. I don't know why. Why did that have to happen exactly, but so it seems to be the case. Maybe those things are just healing it in the meantime, but that's annoying then. Should I go into all of these different tiles? I'm sure that's not the answer, but hey, I might as well try quickly while I'm at it.
You wanna die?
Probably not the answer, but hey, might as well try at least for a short moment or so, if that does anything. Probably not.
And I'm off.
Still, it's not like I can know until I try, after all. Let's just try to kill it now quickly enough.
Oh, this has gone well.
Okay, it's dead.
The wardens summoned demons. Can't believe it. And my grandmother, she knew.
Yep, that wasn't a good idea. I guess. Well, she was fighting for her life, that's true.
I believed that my family was better than that. But answers may lay up ahead.
Yep, that's true too. But we did also gain a level up. What shall I do now, though? Maybe? I wish that I could take the assassin. I guess I'll check what this would do exactly, because after all I could be even choosing another specialization soon enough, I think, so it wouldn't be even that long, so why should I wait? Specialization bonus +2, dexterity +1 damage per hit is good nonetheless. Duelists are deadly combatants who prefer to fight in light armors and strike with light but precise attacks. Experienced duelists have preternatural reflexes that allow them to evade their opponent's clumsy blows, as well as strike with remarkable precision. So let's have a look. What does this do? Sustainable thing. Duelist focuses on proper form, gaining a bonus to attack while the mode is active. Keen defense adds a bonus to defense while in this mode. But yeah, it's like, I don't think this, like, I guess that's fine. Vitals of the enemy with pinpoint accuracy from any angle for a moderate duration. All successful attacks generate automatic critical hits. I guess that like that, for example, can be fine, but overall it's not nearly as interesting to me. I am really like, there's so many things that I would wanna take. Let's take the freaking lockpicking then. I surely will be able to open everything for sure is, and then I can just get, I don't know what I want to take next. Maybe dual weapon expert, maybe stealth, maybe feign death. I want them all, so it's like, I don't know which one to choose first. I want them all anyways.
My own grandmother consorted with demons.
All right.
That's a hard one to accept.
Yes, I understand that. Definitely understand that's sort of a problem. No idea about all of this stuff. It's definitely not normal. Wonder how long that's... it's been on for who knows how long, like how long the stuff is with this place being gone from us, how long ago that battle was, but like, can that ever stop? Can we do something to stop this? Because otherwise I don't think anyone would want to live here if that's just being devilic portal all the time. Hey guys, what's up?
To the shadows with me. Behind you.
Taunt them.
If you insist. Oh look, it wants to fight.
Whoop. Yes, the whoops. Raspberry jam. That door is also quite closed at the moment, but raspberry jam? That's just weird. Why would there be raspberry jam here? History of the Soldier Speaks has to do with raspberry jam. Excellent! That makes a lot of sense. I guess there's one more, probably, of this history. Probably, that's my assumption. So, after Asturian's death, the rumors and theories became increasingly outlandish. One of the more ridiculous rumors told of Asturian's infatuation with an elven princess of lore, whom he was trying to resurrect in secret ritual chamber through the use of blood magic and the princess's favorite food, raspberry jam. Well, they definitely do seem to have raspberry jam here, so I guess that must be true. Water Commander Frida Halvik launched a throughout investigation into Asturian's secret plans, but was unable to uncover any evidence that anything in Soldier Speak had been changed. Commander Halvik declared that the rumors about Asturians were a slight on his memory and that anyone found repeating them would be harshly punished. The stories were thus silenced. Sure. The history of Soldier Speak is starting to be fleshed out, but you're missing one final clue. Even that wants to tell us that it's one final clue that we are missing. Which is the most there's Sophia again. Almost look like real Sophia this time around.
Step no further, Warden. This one would speak with you.
Yeah, I guess it is the real Sophia Wharton. It's just sort of dead-looking Sophia Wharton. Nothing you could say. Who or what are you?
This one is the Trident, Commander, Sophia. All these things.
Grandmother?
You have slain many of the demon ilk to get here. This one would propose a deal.
Uh-huh. I don't think I would be, like, the real Sophia wouldn't want such a deal either, I'm pretty sure. Is there anything of the real Sophia left inside you?
This one has tasted her memories, seen her thoughts and hidden places. But she is food for this one. No more, no less.
Yeah, Levi, I am afraid your great-great-grandmother is quite possessed.
That, or she's really let herself go. My great-great-grandmother is dead. I don't know what that is.
And so, why should I trust a demon, eh?
What is one woman child compared to your might? Strike me down if my terms offend. A fool this one would be to betray the Warden.
Well, you've already taken one Warden. So what would be your deal? I am interested to hear it, even if I'm not going to make any deals with you, to be honest.
The Soldier's Peak traps me. This one sees so many tantalizing places in the Tridents' memories. This one would see the world herself. For me to be free, into the Old Mage Tower you go and destroy. In return, this one seals the veil. No more demons, no more enemies. Your peak would be safe. Just let this one go into the world.
I would love to get the Soldier's Peak. But first of all, you couldn't still trust that for sure she would be keeping, or she, he, it, demon, would be keeping its promise to do that. And first of all, what would I need to be destroying? And yeah, I just can't destroy it. Actually trust this guy. And yeah, what exactly would you be doing if I free you?
This one will roam, this one will see, this one will feed. But without me, the veil will grow weaker. More demons, more misery. You choose just one of my kind, or many.
I'm here on behalf of Levi. Tell me about Sophie Triden.
This one knows all, but will only talk after the tower lies broken.
What would I be destroying exactly?
The magics, all moving things, the very stone if you have the power. Something inside keeps my kind locked away.
No. There's no way I'd make a deal with you. I can't. Just deciding to let her go free would be a no-go. Can't do that.
Then you are a fool!
It's just a choice I have to make. Codex updated. Addendum. King Arland had driven the Grey Wardens from Ferelden, and after the siege of Soldier's Peak, the base was abandoned. When Soldier's Peak was finally entered again, for the first time in centuries, it was discovered that Sophie Triden had been possessed by a demon. Certainly, this is the case. Indeed. No. I was trying to just do this sort of thing. Maybe I can go just barely in the shadows. Possibly, maybe, mayhaps.
I am never expected pictures like those, really.
But you don't. Fine, you go there then.
So be it. As you wish.
Not perfect, but okay enough, I guess. As it may be.
I see.
You chose to come towards me. That's a no-go. That's a totally no-go. Don't want that. What's wrong with you exactly? Ah, shield pummeled. Could you do this then? All of these other guys just chasing and pummeling our poor little Alistair. And stun that guy. Crush. Sophie. At least she had a lot of nice cool stuff, like Warden's Commander clothes, Warden's Commander armor, Warden's Commander boots, even if I'll never wear them myself. Still, cool stuff. But yeah, no matter how much she would tell us about Sophia, no matter how much I would be gaining, I just... Soldier's Peak would be free, I couldn't do that choice. No way. Hey, anyway, Sophie Triden's journal tells us something. So, Sophie Triden's journal in the 21st of Eliviesta. It is done. The nobles have thrown their lot in with Arland. Arland the snot-nosed man-child. Arland who did not walk till he was in his 5th year. Arland who had to be pride of his nursemaid's breast not 2 years ago, or so it is whispered. The Daen and the Oz believe him to be the simpleton and easily led, but I have seen something in the boy's eyes and it terrifies me. They thought that he would be easily led, and he was then a tyrant in the future. Then Molioris. I watched the Summer's Day procession from a room high in Fort Draken. The region has me for treason, when my only guilt is of being true to my country and my heart. My guard's tongue was easily loosened with the gift of a ruby ring, and I am told that the bands are fighting against my sentence. I shall pray, but not hope that it will be anything but the gallows for me. To Ferventis. The draw was like bitter fire, but I survived. Weep for me, for I survived. Would that they had made clean end of me, I should have died a lady, the greatest of the Tridents, not lived to become this nothing, this monstrous nothing. 19 Matrinalis. Enough. I shall waste no more time with wretched woman's lamentations. That would have been easy, but fate saw fit to spare me, and I will seize upon this chance. The Grey Wardens are an army, and the old commander is weak. A wisp of a man. I will inspire the Wardens, and Ireland will rue the day he spared my life. So she did nonetheless join the Wardens, kind of already hoping to end Ireland, I think. Select entries from the journals of the Warden Commander Sophie Triden. Well, that tells more about her.
I can't believe my great-great-grandmother was still alive. Well, sort of alive, sort of dead. I need a drink.
I wonder if that's like a painting of her then, but it's definitely in the Chantry clothing, so probably not the case. Well, there's a way forward, regardless whatever lies ahead. To be continued with Kidarusha next time in Dragon Age.